welcome everyone. I just love that song, Mr. Henderson. We got to get somebody to really sing on that song. So if you all can sing, or you know somebody that can sing, y'all listen to the intro music because Mr. Henderson did produce that. So shouts out to you for creating that awesome music. Awesome. So welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am always your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and joined by my wonderful co-host,
Wakanda Forever.
Bam! Wakanda Forever. I know y'all, you went out and saw the movie.
Man, that was a good movie.
It was.
A lot of undertones. It had a lot of undertones, though.
Ooh.
But check this out. If you grown, you're over 25, and you talking about all of the negative stuff about that movie, that's a kid's movie, number one. Grown folks ain't got no business believing in superheroes or fairy tales. Okay?
So what you trying to say about me? I believe in superheroes.
What superhero you believe in? Santa Claus?
Wakanda Forever. I think that she was just awesome.
Okay,
yes.
but do you think that that's real? One rapper with a whole bunch of money. This dude got money, so much money till it don't even make sense that he would say that he thought Wakanda was a real place.
Oh, well, you know, it could be. They just got a different name from what I thought.
Who's Moneybag Yo?
Wakanda.
Moneybag Yo.
Wakanda is not a real place, y'all.
Why?
Y'all do understand that the movie was produced, written, shot by a comic book company, right?
Well, yeah.
Like comic books can't tell the truth. I know somebody gonna say that. But go find Wakanda on the map.
Well, you know, it's not on the map, but, you know.
Now, it may be named for a place that's real.
Right.
Because you do have, like, in an attempt to kind of put the truth out there sometimes, and then to not put it out there.
Oh!
Wait, hold on, y'all. Wakanda is still not a real place. Again, we go back to what I say.
Fact checked.
Now, my dude said that it is a place called Wakanda. It's in Guatemala.
Okay.
Ain't got nothing to do with the narrative of the story. Still, right back to what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Ain't got nothing to do with the narrative of the story. In the movie, they say that Wakanda is in where? Not Guatemala.
Not Guatemala. All right.
Sorry.
Well.
Ain't no place called Wakanda.
So, well, Mr. Henderson, you know, we understand where you're coming from. Can you tell our viewers where we always watch the show and where we are live at? Because we're all the way live.
We in the Matrix. We all the way live in the Matrix, all right? 470-251-4647 is the telephone number. You can call us in the Matrix.
All right, say it again. Say it slower.
4 7 0 2 5 1 4 6 4 7.
Okay.
7.
All right.
That one. All right. Now, if you got your internet browser up, you can pull up your internet, Status Network, Play or Apple Store, and download the app Manifest TV. When you do that, you're going to see Holistic Cannabis Show. Bam. Right there in the corner. The Holistic Cannabis Show. All right? If you're on Instagram right now, welcome. Welcome to the show, man. Where we're talking about all things cannabis. Everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. We listen to both sides of the discussion. Welcome to Instagram. ManifestTV.status. You on the good old standby trusty Facebook, Status Network LLC, of course. Look for the Holistic Cannabis Show. If you pull it up right now and hit the play button, you're going to see your boy. All right?
That's it.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Periscope and Twitter, Status_Network_. If you got an Amazon Fire Stick or a Roku, go look for the app. Manifest TV is our show. Status Network is the parent show. You might run across both of them. They might be tied together. It's the same one. Go look for the Holistic Cannabis Show.
That's right. And if you want to follow us, please follow us on Instagram at The Holistic Cannabis Show, on Facebook, The Holistic Cannabis Show, and on, Twitter. We're not on Twitter yet. So we're not on Twitter, but we will be. YouTube, we have some of the shows to replay that you all can download or watch in your spare time.
And we're coming up with an OnlyFans page.
An OnlyFans page coming soon. Mr. Henderson, he wants to show, he wants to tell you all some ideas or whatever. I don't know what he's trying to do, but y'all pray
dirty.
for him.
Y'all dirty. Y'all
OnlyFans page.
Did y'all know that OnlyFans is just not a sex page?
It's not. It's not.
It's
You're
for
right.
fans of any genre. All right, movies. Actors.
What you say?
I said movies.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Singers, right? Talent
there
people,
you go.
Right? So we are gonna hit the OnlyFans page. You ain't finna see me naked. Don't play with me like that.
No. We don't want to see that. No. Okay, so the thing is. That's it. All right, so the thing also about the show is that you are able to get your holistic health and wellness news and information, and I have some information that you all are going to need to know for the season that we're in right now. So we're mid-fall, the allergies, the viruses are coming back. We already have a new variant of the COVID-19. So if you all know anything about that and you want to call in and you want to talk about it or discuss it, we do have the phone lines open. If you want to discuss any of these topics that we talk about on the show, you can call us so that we can chit chat about it. Mr. Henderson does a wonderful job at the end of the show, towards the end, telling about credit and finance. So please stick around so that you can get some information on the credit aspect of the show. All right. So first, we want to congratulate and celebrate all of our wonderful November birthdays. November is almost gone, so December's babies, we're coming up. All right, so I'm excited about December. Yes.
Shut down everything in December.
Shut down everything in December. Yes, so my wonderful friend here, Jill Lindsay, is also celebrating her birthday, and we always celebrate together. So this year we might do something. If you all are, close by in Atlanta, please give me a call for Friday night. So we should be doing something fun. Happy third birthday to our daughter who turned the big 3. Yay!
Happy birthday, girl.
Norma. All right, and happy birthday to the oldest living American, Miss Hester Ford. She's turned 116 years young. Wow. All right, so you all know that it can be done because Miss Ford.
Triple OG.
You see what I'm saying? She's been around a long time. She's been around the moons a lot of times.
Should have been around the moon.
Mm-hmm.
People on Earth ain't even been around the moon.
Well,
that's a different conversation. Look at my Normie.
Norma, she was premature. She did weigh 3 pounds at birth. So
she was little.
Yeah, she was a preemie. NICU.
Shout out to Grady.
Grady, yeah. Shouts out. She's a Grady. Grady baby. We don't want to talk about Grady, but we're thankful. There are so many hospitals that we are hearing now who are shutting down the trauma centers. So Grady being the one that stays around, we're congratulating them for being there for those who suffer trauma in the city of Atlanta and surrounding cities. So shouts out to them. And prayers go out. This phone do not want to stay up here, y'all. Prayers go out to the families of the victim of Miss Shaquela. Yeah, Shaquela Robinson. So we want to pray for her family. There's a big story going on now saying that the young lady who fought with her last may be going to jail. She has an FBI warrant for her arrest. So we want to talk about that a little bit as well, because a lot of people are getting into altercations and wind up killing people and don't know that there's a crime that says that, you fight somebody and they die. It is a form of murder. So We're going to talk about that later. But first, we want to talk about legalization on a federal level in Georgia. So cannabis legalization and how it is going on and where it's going to happen here in the state of Georgia and around the world.
What's up, Justin?
Legalizing medical marijuana. And Channel 2's Lori Geary now joining us live from the state capitol, where parents of children with seizures are trying to win support.
Hey Victoria, how you doing? Sure, I'm glad to see you.
Victoria and her mom, Corey Lowe, are just as glad to see Republican State Rep Alan Peake at the Georgia Capitol. He says he's fighting on behalf of families that have children with severe seizure disorders by trying to get medical marijuana legal in Georgia.
Myself and my colleagues have got to see the human side of this story.
Victoria's service dog Chaco is in tow and can alert Corey to when Victoria is about to have yet another seizure. Corey is trying to persuade other lawmakers to pass a bill so she and her family can stay in Georgia, rather than move to one of 20 other states where medical marijuana is legal and helping children with similar disorders.
Find out who the naysayers are and find out why.
Corey's plight and the stories of other parents in similar situations could be resonating with Georgia voters. In a just-released Channel 2 Action News poll, more than a majority, 54%, support legalizing medical marijuana. Only 30% oppose, 16% are undecided. Along party lines, 42% of Republicans support the idea, the same number oppose. But among Democrats and independents, the support is more or close to 60%. Peake says he's on a mission to educate not only lawmakers, but also the public about kids like Victoria.
I'm optimistic about where we're going here. I think there's some real momentum and as people get educated about the issue. It's not just a bill that's being drafted to allow medical cannabis in our state. We're changing lives.
Now, some lawmakers I talked to down here at the state capitol tell me while they want to help these parents, they also want to see the science behind medical marijuana. They're also very concerned about how this could be restricted. Representative Peake tells me he will introduce his bill next week. He says he will have support from faith-based groups, the medical community, and conservatives. Reporting live from the state capitol, Lori Geary, Channel 2 Action News.
The U.S. government could
keep playing it. All right, so y'all heard it here. Actually, we have a little bit more to go on with that, but we want to congratulate all of those who actually are celebrating something going on for the month of November as well. So November being that Snoop Dogg, he celebrated the what is it, the Doggy Style the 29th year old anniversary of Doggy Style. So congratulations to Snoop Dogg. All right. And then we have some other award recipients. Escape. All right, Escape. And DJ Khaled had a birthday. So shouts out to DJ Khaled.
Oh, Gandhi.
Gandhi. All right. All right, happy birthday. Also, oh yeah, here's your movie, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, earns $330 million globally during opening weekend, and they did another $550 million globally in all over this past weekend. So they made some more. Yeah, so shouts out, rest in peace, Chadwick. All right, so also now BET Award recipients, Escape, received an award, except the Lady of Soul Award. Yeah, they right here in Georgia, in Atlanta. So shouts out to, she didn't say nothing.
Tasha.
All right, she didn't say anything. But we are super proud of Escape. You know, when I was a teenager, when I was younger, I used to want to be like them. Me and my friends, I ain't gonna never forget Erica. Y'all remember the, man, look, we pretended like we was Escape and everything. We was singing and stuff. So, you know, y'all ever need some backup singers, we still, oh man. All right, Mr. Henderson also does those beats. So if y'all ever want to come back and do some more music, T.I., you know, hey, holla, we right down the street. All right, so in the other news, we have some information about cannabis and also some, yes, this SB 34. So if anybody knows what SB 34 is how the law is working in California with nonprofit organizations. So we're excited about that, and hopefully, you know, they're doing what they needed to do. They had a big event today where they were giving out donated cannabis. So if y'all are in California, we want to shout you all out because y'all are doing what is necessary. There are veterans in California and around the world, not just in California. And that's what's so hurtful, is that there's other veterans like myself here in the state of Georgia that is not getting these benefits. But SB 34 is also known as the Dennis Perrin and the Brownie Mary Act. SB 34 is a California state law that providing a legal pathway for licensed cannabis operators to donate products at no cost to eligible patients. So if those patients have cars and stuff like that, like we do have California cars, a lot of my colleagues and I, we have reciprocity cars. We have cars in different states, but if you need one of those, give me a call also. Both Dennis Perrin and Brownie Mary Rathburn were cannabis activists since the 70s and 80s, taking on new compassion projects, serving their communities in California until they passed. The act was passed in March of 2020 and has given growers a chance to give back to those who can benefit from the donations. And of course, there are restrictions on who can accept donations, and donations are provided to medical cannabis patients or primary caregivers with a valid recommendation or medical marijuana identification card. Veterans are also able to accept donations, and nonprofit partners such as the Weed for Warriors and Veterans Cannabis Coalition help deliver the donations to veterans who need them. Although the law provides no tax incentive, it eliminates the previous disincentive in donating legal products by excusing license holders from the state cultivation, use, and excise tax. All right, so that's SB 34. Yes. Good. Also, Congress sends first weed bill to Biden. All right, so we are waiting for Biden to find out what we need to do for that federal legalization. So if you all could send letters, that would be great. If you all want to write, we are here in Georgia doing a runoff election for the two candidates, Reverend Warnock, who is a former senator, and also Herschel Walker. And I learned a fun fact this week that Herschel Walker played. Y'all not gonna don't say nothing bad about me, y'all, but I didn't know that he played for UGA. So shouts out to UGA, them Bulldogs. Go Dogs! Ooh, ooh. All right. We were there yesterday when they won their final game against Georgia Tech. I'm so sorry, Georgia Tech, but them Bulldogs, they did y'all in again. Here in the state of Georgia, it was, we got. Y'all got stomped. All right, so that's okay. That's okay. Sanford Stadium was full of surprises because Kemp was also in the building, so that was awesome that he went on to the field and he did give a speech to honor UGA, and of course y'all know what that means. He gave them an award, and hopefully they'll do good at playoffs, and then they'll have another G-Day game. And of course, big proud sponsors, and Aeromark is a wonderful company who allows us to fundraise and receive donations, so big shouts out to them as well. All right, so Mr. Henderson, tell us what you got.
I'm just saying, that's good that Escape got the award that it got, man, but what about all the other female bands? I'm just saying, it was some cold ones back in the day.
Back in the day, it was kind of
702. SWV,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But man, I like Escape. Escape was
back in the day.
Ooh, y'all just don't know. When I meet y'all,
right.
Y'all, we're gonna meet up one day.
And then the second part, and then the second thing of what I got. We waiting on Sleepy Joe.
Oh.
The cannabis movement is gonna be stalled out. by Sleepy
I don't know.
Joe.
I don't know. I think he's understanding and he's learning and he's getting educated. So
If dude was learning anything, he need to hold off on giving them tax-free cash U.S. donations to where they going. That's what he need to, you know what I'm saying, be trying to pull back my money.
okay, all right,
Y'all don't hear me though.
okay.
He gave $53 billion to Ukraine. $53 billion.
53 billion. That's right.
And then turned around and gave 3 more to another country.
Yeah.
In the meantime, over here, the feds went up on the interest rates. All right. Now, home sales is still on a little steady little uptick though. But guess what? The cost of everything else is about to cost you.
Yeah.
Gas came down. It's election time. See, y'all got to realize that every time something good happens, it ain't just never out of kindness that these folks make these things happen. Now. It's always going to cost you something.
Always gonna cost us.
Always going to cost you something.
Always.
What else I got? Oh, yeah, we was talking about Shanquella,
Oh.
the girl down in
yes.
Mexico. Now look, it's a whole lot of discussion going on about this particular situation.
Right.
And while everybody have their opinion and their emotions involved in it, saying that something needs to happen to all of them, ain't nothing gonna happen to all of them.
How you know?
Cause they just need to fuck. Cause when you bring charges on somebody, yeah, the other people,
Right.
the other 4, they may be charged with something kind of small, minor, and minute.
Right.
Right? Like, oh yeah, why you
Failure
didn't
to
stop the
indirect.
fight?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But their defense could always come back and say, hey man, my people's not doctors. How was they supposed to know that a fight will result in death? You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah, they recorded it, but so does World Star.
Oh.
They record fights every day, all day. People upload the fights. Those people are not charged.
Oh.
Okay, so you have to consider that too. What we allow to happen in society, we can't just sit around and nitpick who should be prosecuted for that action. Now, maybe what I'm saying is to some people, hey man, it don't matter. That girl still lost her life.
Yeah.
Go look in your own neighborhoods. If you put just as much energy into taking a stance or being against senseless killing, start in your own neighborhood first. Take that same energy. Man, I've been seeing this girl's story remain circulating on social media, man, for the past 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't saying
justice. It's because of justice.
But-
People want justice. They want to see justice served. And
Why we
because it
want-
happened in another country, you know, that's why I feel like it needed to be justice involved.
Okay, but we need justice like ASAP in
everywhere.
our own communities.
Right.
We need to be putting that same energy that everybody's screaming justice for somebody that they don't know.
Right.
Scream justice on your own street.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, if I'm drowning in the water, don't record me drowning, man.
No.
Just let me drown, bro. At least let me go out in peace. You
If
see what
you're
I'm
just
saying?
gonna sit there and record it, golly.
And then to exploit it for personal gains.
Oh.
One of the young ladies that had the video said that she would go on live on her Instagram page. I don't know what the Instagram page is, Deshae Jackson, on Instagram. But I don't know what the page is or nothing, so I can't tell y'all where to go look for it. Yeah.
You advertising now.
She put on there that she would go live and tell her side of the story. Now, that girl is one of the girls who was fighting with the Shanquella person. All right. She said she was going to go live on her social media page and tell her side of the story once she got up to 10,000 followers. So that means she was waiting on the audience. Now, the Mexicans going to give her the audience. Best believe the people on social media that still have been talking about this for the past 2 weeks, oh, she got an audience. You see what I'm saying? That's not even the hard part. But check this out, y'all. y'all do know that Jeffrey Dahmer was he had a lot of money while he was in prison. And he was a serial killer.
Yeah.
He had a lot of money. Now, y'all know interviews pay a whole bunch of money.
They do.
Book deals pay a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, they do.
So unless you go into prison for the rest of your life, you know what I'm saying? When you get out, you still got money. You got money on the line, right? Unless they probably charge the family, you know what I'm saying, some kind of back pay restitution or something like that. But we talking about Mexico. So if y'all want to really get involved in it and really follow the case, go read about femicide. He ain't always going to tell you something.
What is
Go
it?
read about femicide. Femicide is the opposite of homicide.
Right.
In Latino lands or down by Mexico, the word for man is hombre, H-O-M, homicide. The one for females is
Femicide.
Femicide.
Feminine.
So those two girls, one of those two is going to be charged with the equivalent of murder in the first degree. Here. Notice I said one of them. Because after the fight, after that first fight, your girl was still alive. They got pictures and video of her alive.
Or do they?
Yeah, she was laying down.
Well, she was
on
alive
the
because of the
hammock
doctor.
and yeah. The doctor didn't immediately pronounce her dead. So you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of facts and follow up that I think people need to do before they push too much energy into it. Then y'all have to be careful now because in a court of law, and I'm not sure how that works in Mexico, but in the United States, the public opinion can sway a jury. Y'all have to be careful of what y'all saying on these Instagrams and Facebooks now, detectives. Y'all got to be careful now because public opinion can sway a trial to go very unfair.
Right. But they wanted, I think the general public, the majority of them want to see justice for Miss Shaquela.
They want to see
all
guilty
of them
versus innocent. That's what they want to see.
They want to see all six
for
of
blood.
them. Right.
They crying for blood.
We don't know if that's going to happen. You know, they've already said they have just one arrest warrant. And I don't even know if that's the right girl who they are wanting to arrest. So, because she, like you said, the video showed one young lady and the other video they said showed the other young lady, the Jackson lady, body slamming her or she landing on her neck or whatever. But one of those blows from the autopsy shows that it cracked her spine or her vertebrae, her C, I would say her C,
at the top
C
of the
spine,
neck.
right. And as a doctor, you can have all those signs and symptoms and still be, of course, because of the way the ligaments and the nerves and the spinal cord, it could cause the asphyxiation or the suffocation and act like a person is suffocating and as they said in the reports, she started having seizures. And so that was of course, a spinal cord injury of a sort, maybe her last bodily movements or, leaving her body. Going into the seizure resulting from, going from asphyxiation or into the death.
Right. So that person is the one that's going to be charged with the charge. The other girl,
she just followed her, right?
Fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Petty and minute charges. But look at the exposure that she going to get.
Right.
She going to get paid, Hollywood style.
I mean, but the thing is, I wouldn't even want to come up off of a dead person. That's just like
a lot of people do. That's the sad, unfortunate part of reality where we are. When you have a woman, right, who was married to a famous person, right? And some kind of traumatic situation happened, whether it's a traumatic divorce, whether it's a traumatic accident by a famous basketball legend, right? Whenever she come out to do that interview, she didn't do that for free.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There was compensation in there.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
People been capitalizing off of trauma forever.
For a long time.
And they ain't finna stop.
Right. All right. So again, rest in peace to Shaquela. They gave her a really, really nice homegoing ceremony. She was, just a star in her own world. I didn't know her personally, but from what everybody said about her, she did not deserve to die. And that's one of the things that makes a lot of people want justice, because they don't feel like, well, nobody deserves to die, right? We also heard the story of young Takeoff, who was shot on by accident, somebody else, right? So just in the wake of family and fans mourning for Takeoff's loss, they did have a nonprofit organization, the Rocket Foundation, that has been launched on his behalf. So we just want to shout out to Takeoff's family, because of gun violence. There's so much that needs to be done for these innocent lives of these people, and unfortunately, it took them dying, right, to even have these things even happen. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do a nonprofit for Shaquela, because she was a hairstylist. She braid hair, so that means she had a talent. She was in the industry. I'm in the hair industry, so I know how that is, as far as doing people's hair, making money, making a living off of doing that. You come into contact with a lot of different people, so you never know what lives she actually touched. And that's one of those things that I'm very grateful for, being able to touch lives over the airways, over, everywhere. And, for something tragic to just happen, just for somebody to get some clout, that's just, I don't even think I can just stomach that, because it's wrong in so many different ways. All right, so Mr. Henderson, what else do you have? Do you have anything for us to learn how to keep our money to ourselves?
I does.
Okay. All right.
I does.
You does.
You want to learn how to keep... Oh, this segment is brought to you by www.nthcredit.net. All right. Don't get your credit fixed.
Ow.
NTH.
Ow.
Okay, so check this out. What I want to talk to y'all about today is how to keep your money, all right, in a mason jar.
In a mason jar?
Yeah, in a mason jar.
That's why all the kids walking around with mason jars with holes at the top.
Fred Sanford used to keep his money in a mason jar. He said he wasn't worried about the banks getting his money if he kept it in a mason jar. My granddad and grandmama and them, they used to keep their money in a mattress. Old people used to bury their money in the attic. The reason why they would hide their money, because surely they had financial institutions. You had Wells Fargo, you had Chase around back then, right? First Bank of Manhattan, right? You had banks around back then. But in order to avoid being taxed on their money and having to pay fees to make somebody else a billionaire, they kept their money in mason jars, in the mattresses, right? And I used to wonder why Granddad and them always had 2-3 mattresses on top of each other. That's where they kept the money. It's weird. All right.
Safe place.
Safe place. It's a safe place. Now, in other financing part, all right, let me get to the real here. The Safe Banking Act is about to pass. All right, which means that banks will be able to now lend money to legal cannabis businesses. When they start lending that money, you can expect their interest on that money to somewhat be high, because they're going to be introductory. All right? You can look for balloon payments at the end of the loan.
Oh.
All right?
That's not good.
Now, with credit unions, remember what we said about credit unions. Credit unions are relationship-based banking institutions, which means the more transactions that you do with them, the more of the products that you use with them, the more likely they are to give you
money.
All right? So, look for a credit union. If you are wanting to get into the cannabis business or already in the cannabis business, I would say in the next couple of months, be looking for credit unions to all of a sudden pop up everywhere and come out on top. They're going to be your best bet to seek funding for your cannabis business endeavors. Shout out to California with that bill. I'm still thinking about that bill, but that's good right there, man. They just donate cannabis to the veterans. Might be moving to California.
Ooh.
All right. Might be moving to LA. Look out, here I come, LA. Here I come. Dr. Dre, get them seats ready for me.
That's right. Don't forget about Dre.
www.nthcredit.net. Make your financial dreams come true. You better holler at your boy.
Yep. Holla. All right. It's awesome. All right. So I know you had some more information. We had some more information about that. We talked about the Compassion Events Holiday Donation Drop, which happened today. Today also happens to be Cyber Sunday, so all of our classes are 50% off, but exactly the way that we want you guys to get classes discounted is to celebrate Cyber Sunday. All right. Also, we do have our memberships. The Gift of Life Community Home Health and Wellness Center does a wonderful donation to individuals who need medications and things like that, or discounts, and your $10 membership can help another individual receive the quality medication that they need, the holistic quality medication. All right, so in my book, Teen Pregnancy Before, During, and After, if you have not already purchased, please do so now. You can on Amazon for the holidays. Makes a great stocking stuffer for anyone who needs teenagers, especially that are in high school. It's a great outcome holistic choices book, self-help book that will help them to make their minds to go in the way that they ought to go, and learn to experience life a little bit more before having children. All right. And so I do have some products on our Cyber Sunday deal. So if you all are watching, I have some great Physician Strength Wild Oregano Plus. All right, this was regularly $19.99. I am today selling this for only $10, $9.99. So if you all are interested in this is great. Oregano is an antiviral. Oregano also helps with COVID. So if you have not already heard, it's an upper respiratory, it's a cough suppressant. It does everything. It'll knock it out in a day. Okay, so I live by this stuff right here. It's called Oregano. Wild Oregano Plus is Physician Strength, and you can get that from shopping with me for Cyber Sunday. Also, your CoQ10. If you have already gotten a COVID vaccine, you already know that it helps, or it creates heart problems. It creates blood problems, blood clots. And so we want to keep CoQ10 in your system so that it may eliminate those blood clots. It can also help with getting your blood and your heart regulated so that you don't have heart problems or high blood pressure. So get your CoQ10. Also, again, your wild oregano. I also have some turmeric ginger tea. A lot of people don't know that turmeric is like your BC powder. It is going to be your pain reliever. It is going to help with your ailments. All right. It's also been shown to combat cancer cell codes, genetic codes, okay? And also the ginger, a lot of people already know what ginger root does. Ginger helps with the digestive system. It also helps with other things that your body needs, and we can talk more about that if you need a holistic health coach or a naturopathic doctor. I am your one to call, my number to be reached, or you can follow me on Instagram at the Holistic Society Atlanta, or find me on Facebook, the Holistic Society Alternative Health and Wellness Clinic, and we are partnered with the Gift of Life Community Home. So if you want to become a member, again, that $10 membership will get you first in line, of course, to be seen by the doctor. And of course, we want to, shout out the Gift of Life because that is our nonprofit that has been around since 2007. So we want to also congratulate and say happy birthday to the Gift of Life Community Home. All right. So, yes. Also, all right, so we want to shout out Love in Action, who is also a wonderful partner with Miss Imani. All right, so Miss Imani Robinson on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. On 107.3, and that is coming from Missouri. So she is all the way live. Shouts out, Miss Robinson. All right, and then also we have our wonderful strain, Mr. Henderson. We have a video this time. All right, so our strain today is called Purple Haze. All right, and so we'll let you watch this quick video and we'll be right back.
Purple Haze.
Purple Haze
is a sativa.
Okay. Go ahead, blow it up for us.
Strain.
There we go.
Produced by Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
1967 classic song Purple Haze.
Oh.
The strain delivers a dreamy burst of euphoria that brings veteran consumers back to their psychedelic heyday. The nostalgic sativa staples remains cherished for its high energy, cerebral stimulation that awakens creativity and blissful contentment. From parent strain, throughout the day, Purple Haze is believed to have derived from parent strain Purple Tie and Haze, which pass on a mix of sweet and earthy flavors underscored by notes of berry and sharp spice. Purple Haze buds typically acquire vibrant hues of lavender that further justify the naming of this strain. People who have participated in this cannabis said that the effects are energetic, creative, and very talkative. The negatives, though, is you get paranoid, dry mouth, and dizzy. The strain flavors that stick out, or AKA the terpene profile, is going to be lavender, berry, and grape. 35% of people say that it helps with their stress. 27% of people says it helps with their anxiety. Depression, 25% of the people said it helps with the depression. Hey man, if y'all ain't heard that T.I. and Charleston White going back and forth, man. Tip dropped a diss song about Charleston White. And what Charleston White do? Go make his own. Hey, man, y'all gonna check that out on YouTube, man. These folks is hilarious, man. That dude is a comedian, man.
He's a comedian, y'all. He's a comedian.
Charleston White is a comedian, man.
Okay.
Hey, man,
have y'all heard I know, I'm just saying, have anybody heard of the trailer trap? The trailer trap music. All right, so y'all got to go and listen to some trailer trap music. It is a mix of trailer park, mixed with trap music, and I liked it. I don't have any. Nah, yeah, I'm country anyway. Texas, just like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think that money could have been better spelled elsewhere.
Oh well. All right, so you heard it here. Well, yeah, Also, big shouts out to P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. He done already done. Yeah, he making moves, and he just purchased his own business in the cannabis industry. So he have places in New York and Massachusetts and Chicago, and so we just excited for him. Just doing it big. Diddy, he put the puff back in Puff Daddy, Puff. That's right. And so we have some information about that. I guess I'll go ahead.
Still ain't got none on Snoop Dogg. Still ain't got none on Snoop Dogg.
Well, ain't got none on Snoop.
Like a pioneer on
Right, he was the one who was already there. He was never scared, you know. So I'm always gonna stick with, you know.
But it's other superstars that's invested in the cannabis space. Beyonce.
Okay, she got her hemp. Right.
You know, for a whole minute, those people who could afford those outrageous prices that these people was charging just to even get in.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You looking at some places were saying that you had to have $10 million in cash on hand.
Ridiculous.
Come on, man, that's ridiculous.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So it was just kind of all over the place with that, man. In football news.
Oh.
Last time I saw y'all, it was before Thanksgiving. The Packers lost to the Titans.
Oops. Oh.
On Thanksgiving
How?
Day. Don't worry about that. On Thanksgiving Day, the team that the Cowboys played, Cowboys is Native Americans. I mean, can we still say it like that? Because
it might be.
We know what it was. Cowboys and Indians. All right, but it was Cowboys.
That's the way it was.
Right, that's the way it was. So you say Cowboys, they won that game. Blew them out, won that game.
Right.
But that don't matter though. Playoff time is coming.
Right.
Shout out to UGA. I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying, man? The boys look darn good.
Okay.
The boys do look darn good.
Yeah.
On that field. I had a chance to actually go on the field. I ain't got no footage, but I had a chance to go on the field in Athens, man. Yeah, man, Athens live. Shout out to Athens though.
Shout out.
Athens, Georgia, man. They live.
They live.
They got some bread.
Woo.
They got some bread out there.
They got the white bread. I mean, they got bread.
And they love Brian Kemp.
They do. They do.
Speaking of politicians, hey man, y'all do know that it was the runoff election time, man. We trying to send the dude back up there again, man. Warnock. Yeah, Warnock. Right? We trying to send him back out there again. Anybody but Herschel Walker, dude. Anybody but Herschel Walker. Say, man, y'all be looking for
that on the show.
Y'all be looking for my name to come out soon, man. Vote normal with normal for 24, man.
Okay.
All right.
He running for governor.
I'm running for something.
Governor.
That's my announcement right there. I'm running for something.
All right. Well, you got to start saying what the people want to hear.
The people want to hear, hey, man, look, we going to get this stuff back right. If you elect me to any public office, man, look, I'm not going to make y'all a bunch of promises. I'm just going to tell y'all what's up. If you ain't doing the business right, you out of there.
He going to be serious. He going to be
any
real.
politician that ain't doing the business right, man, and I do business with you, man, you out, man. You out. I'm coming for you, man. I'm coming for the dirty ones. I'm coming for them.
Come for the dirty ones.
We'll get them out of here, man.
All
if you holding up money to my peoples, you out of here, man.
That's right.
You out of here. Vote normal 24, man.
Vote normal, y'all heard it. And he not talking about the organization normal. His name is really normal, okay? All right, so y'all, Diddy does create the largest black-owned cannabis company in the world. And this is some examples of how we can and will do it, you know. And if you're interested and you're trying to learn and get educated, Diddy, if you don't know what you're doing, you want to come over to the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science, we will teach you about what you just bought. All right, so the billionaire has acquired assets in 3 states from Cresco Labs and Columbia Care, creating the first minority-owned, vertically integrated, multi-state cannabis brand. All right, Mr. Henderson does know all of this stuff. He can teach you and so forth. Also, Giving Tuesday, if you want to give to a nonprofit organization, the Gift of Life is under the umbrella, or is the top of the umbrella of the Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science. You will get your classes tax deducted if you do give on that Tuesday. So if you want to wait for Tuesday where your dollar counts in Giving Tuesday, you can do so and enroll in our classes. Our classes are Saturdays only from 9 to 5. We do online courses as well. The online courses can be viewed as replay videos, and we will give you the business in cannabis, everything from seed to sale, your integrated vertical system like Mr. Diddy just purchased will be explained to you in detail. You will get lessons on labs, on agriculture, how to grow it, how to home grow it if you're in a state that allows, and also how to cook and how to process cannabis. All right, and also you get a dispensary technician certification, and if you take part 2 of the course, you will get your license and American Associated Drug List Practitioner drug certification in holistic wellness, cannabis health coaches. Okay, so you may open your own practice like myself and be able to talk with or counsel with cannabis patients who have a card. All right, and so we do work with a lot of different companies. We have a plethora of networks, so you want to get involved with the Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science under the umbrella of the Gift of Life Community Home. All right, and so Giving Tuesday, and you will be able to give back and support. Again, your membership, if you have a business membership, will be included in our Giving Tuesday so that your business may be able to receive a tax deduction for giving to our organization. All right, and we do have a photo of Giving Tuesday. We'll see if we do. Oh, well, yeah, Thanksgiving is past, but we do have the Thanksgiving special that you can use all the way up until Tuesday. So you use that 50% off and also donate to Giving Tuesday. All right, so this is our wonderful partners in the Giving Tuesday event, the Holistic Society, which is my wellness clinic. Ocean's Best CMOS, big shouts out to her. Uniquity Couture, big shouts out to Lisa, who is a fashion designer. And also Joyce Pottery, who has great products, and NTH Credit, of course. And we're all giving together. All right, so be sure you make your donation to the Gift of Life Community Home, which is our nonprofit organization. You can find it at Instagram, Gift of Life Community Home, or Facebook, the Gift of Life Community Home, or you may visit the website at www.thegiftoflifecommunityhome.wordpress.com or giftoflifecommunityhome.org. All right, well, thank you again for watching our show today. We appreciate all of your support and for sharing. All right, and so until next week, same time, same place. My birthday is Friday.